What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. We are here at the grand finale of this fact series as we are finally ready to talk about the most recent region of the Pokemon world so far, Alola. Hopefully you guys will enjoy these facts, and without further ado, let's get started. As with basically every video in this series, we've got to take a look at the inspiration behind Alola's name. Its basis obviously comes from aloha, which is Hawaiian for hello. What you might not know, however, is that the second half of this name comes from the Hawaiian word ola, which means life. This was chosen because, according to Shigeru Omori, the name Alola is meant to mean a land that is filled with life. Thanks to this simple wordplay, Alola is also the only region whose name is a palindrome, as it spells Alola both backwards and forwards. Now that Sun and Moon have officially been out for a little while now, fans are turning their attention to the possibility of a Diamond and Pearl remake. One thing about Sun and Moon that I believe is a pretty good hint towards these remakes is the fact that on Mele Mele Island, there are two locations known as 10 Carat Hill and the Hau'oli City Marina. These two locations just so happen to be based on two real-world locations that are known as Diamond Head and Pearl Harbor, respectively. A nice little attention to detail that you may not have noticed while playing Sun and Moon is that during the second battle with Lusamine, all of her Pokemon have an angry expression on their face instead of their normal expression. The only exception to this is her Beware, but Beware can kill you without even trying when it's happy, so it's probably best if you don't make it mad. Pokemon Sun and Moon also very cleverly make a reference to IGN's infamous Too Much Water review of Oraz. If you go to the beach in Hau'oli City, there is a Pokefinder spot where you can take pictures of Pokemon. Every so often, you'll get a comment on your picture that says, 7.8 out of 10, too much water. There is also another cool reference in Sun and Moon that references two things at the same time. If you turn on the TV in your room, some text will pop up that says, the scene is showing 4 boys walking down a set of railroad tracks. Firstly, this is a reference to the classic film Stand By Me, but it is also a reference to the original Gen 1 games where the same reference was also made on the player's TV. So everyone loves Cosmog, aka Nebby. Cosmog is a super interesting Pokemon for a lot of different regions, including the fact that it and its evolutions are the only legendary Pokemon that are part of an evolutionary family. However, another interesting fact is that Cosmog weighs just 0.2 pounds, which ties it with several other Pokemon as the lightest Pokemon, and it evolves into Cosmoem, who is tied with Celesteela as the heaviest Pokemon, weighing 2,204.4 pounds. The Pokedex also specifies that Solgaleo and Lunala are male and female evolutions of Cosmog, despite none of the Pokemon evolving by gender or even having a gender at all. There are a few things that seemed like they were planned to be in Sun and Moon, but ultimately didn't make it into the final game for one reason or another. The biggest example of this are the various vehicles that were shown off during the reveal of the game. A decent amount of focus was put on these vehicles during the reveal, and while the pickup truck does appear as more or less of a decoration, we never see Pokemon riding in them, and the fire truck and ambulance didn't make it into the game at all. Additionally, a Column Meadow exists as a location in the game's data despite not being in the final game, and the nectar that is usually found in the meadows is found at the Royal Avenue, possibly suggesting a Column Meadow was replaced by this location. Finally, there is an unused trainer class called Pokemon Center Lady that can be found within the game's data. This obviously would suggest that one or more of the Pokemon Center nurses were planned to be battled at some point in development. The Alola region might seem big thanks to its full-scale 3D models, however it is one of the smallest regions in Pokemon in terms of population. The total population of Alola is just 392, making it the second least populated region, just barely in front of Kanto. In fact, Lumiose City by itself is more populated than all of Alola, with a grand total of 416 residents. And finally, the infamous slogan for Pokemon Sun and Moon has been, "It all comes together." Well, this statement was proven true as Sun and Moon have a distinct connection to each and every previous generation. Red and Blue visit the Alola region from Kanto, and the player character is also originally from Kanto. Mali City was founded by people from Johto, and Alola saw the presence of two evil organizations just like Hoenn did in Gen 3. Sun and Moon deal largely with concepts of space and multiple dimensions, just as Gen 4 did, and just like Gen 5, the main antagonists have children who play a key role in the story, and Colress also makes an appearance, who could have possibly furthered the use of Z-crystals with his research into the potential of Pokemon. Finally, we see Dexio and Cena from Kalos, as well as Zygarde, who is mysteriously in Alola for a reason that has not been explained yet, but could possibly be explored in the rumored Pokemon Stars. And that is going to do it for this fact series on the regions of the Pokemon world. However, that doesn't mean the Tuesday videos will stop, as I will be continuing them with fun ideas similar in structure to these videos each week. Some of you have asked if I'll be doing videos on Ori and some of the other spin-off regions, and it's possible, so if that's something you want to see, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below. I'll be back with another video soon, and until then, I'll smell you guys later.